Okay. Any questions before I get started?
No, thank you.
Of course. All right. I will see you at the end. Greetings and good day. I am Green Tara, and I heard your call for help, and I wish to help you. How can I help you today?
Um, over the last month, um, I manifested some type of unknown illness, and I, before this, I was in a transition point in my life where I was potentially moving from careers, lots of different stuff. Financially, haven't been in the best of place as well, and all of it was seemingly happening at once, and I was unsure where I was going, but eager. And then at the same time, about 3 days after I kind of stopped doing some of my career stuff and was, um, I developed, I don't know what happened and what's happening in my body, but it's gotten very painful. There's twitching.
What exactly is happening in your body?
I'm getting lots of pain around the area under my left rib cage. And then lately there's been some burning towards the middle of what I would assume my stomach area. I've had frequent twitching through my body in multiple different areas, none specific, lightheadedness during almost any activity, and a large pressure in my head.
You have received an upgrade to your system, and just like any upgrades, it's going to have its own side effects. Your body is adjusting to the upgrades. Do you understand what it means by upgrade?
I do, and initially, in the first week, I thought that's what was going on, but
What happened?
it's been very difficult functioning day to day, and I've
So, what is causing the most problem? The biggest problem that is hampering your day to day function?
I it's hard to describe because it's all interchangeable. Sometimes the head pressure is happening, and then sometimes it just goes right to my gut, and then the rib pain, and then I've been going to multiple doctors because after I thought I
Did
took
they diagnose you with anything specific?
there was nothing specific, and I've done lots of blood tests and there was nothing, and that's there was nothing they diagnosed me with. I know this has been a time where I definitely needed some help, so I started going
Yes,
there.
so the upgrade is conflicting with something that you're not wanting to let go of. The upgrade is trying to upgrade your body, and yet you are holding on to some past patterns very tightly. And that is why those are conflicting and creating pain and problem in the body. Now you have asked for that upgrade from the higher self perspective. So, in order to receive and complete the process, you have to let go of whatever you're holding on to. So, could you describe to me what exactly were you going through when you manifested this physical problem? What life challenges were you experiencing at that point of time?
I I um oh, pardon me.
It's okay. Allow yourself to cry. Crying cleanses up a lot of things. Don't hold back. Cry.
Thank
Cry
you.
as much as you want.
Thank you. I last year had an accident, which I believe was the start of learning about all this stuff and my spiritual awakening. And it led me to make a lot of
Last year, when? What
um
time?
Late February of 2023. I
Mm-hmm.
had an accident where I dropped a barbell on my stomach and it caused all sorts of neurological issues. And kind of along the same lines, I went to some doctors, nothing that I felt like was conclusive. Learned about meditation, spirituality, raising vibrations, and felt like one of the two biggest things I've always struggled with was money and how I looked at my body. So those were two things that from this I felt like I was going to be very different. I was starting to act a lot more generous with my financial abundance I had just due to the situation I was in. I felt like I was being very stingy with how I was living. So I tried to be more abundant and then self-love through my body. Long story short, fast forwarding, I had a large amount of money. Now I have um, maybe 10% of what I had since the transition, which I was okay with. Um, a
What is the transition? You need to share the details without which I cannot help.
the transition from not from I was going spending a lot of time on a business that I was unsure exactly where it was going, and I wanted to um I'm sorry, part of the struggles I've been having with the brain fog has been comprehension. So I've wanted to
All right, let's do one thing. Let's go small step at a time to help you resolve the problem. I don't need your entire history. My
yes,
simple question was, when did this illness manifest? Give me a date.
the illness manifested I believe on I started noticing symptoms on March 29th after at the end of a workout. I started feeling very dizzy and lightheaded, and later that night started developing to the left side under my rib cage a warmth and pressure. Um,
So
that
during that time, what kind of life events or challenges you were going through only around that week or that day?
around that time, my last in-person class and in-person thing that I was doing for my business, I put on hold and stopped doing it because I wanted to explore other options. And
So what kind of triggers or challenges you experienced during that time? Because remember, all illnesses manifest when, or you create those illnesses in the body when there is inner conflict about some decisions you are making, or some fear, some worry, some anxiety, some anger, or resentment. Usually, illnesses are created because of fear or anger or some variations of that. So, what I'm trying to get down into is what is that primary thought or trigger that created the symptoms. The symptoms are simply manifestation of the main problem that is already inside, and that is created with negative thoughts and negative emotions. So that is where I'm going. Can you help me with that?
Um, so I'm sorry, can you repeat the question or reiterate? I know.
Yeah, yeah. So the question is, on 29th of March, or on that same day or within that week, what kind of struggle or challenges were you experiencing?
Um, feeling lost and like I always had a plan of my next steps of where to go, and I always felt like I was making the right decisions, and I still do, but closing that door on my business was one thing that was just I wasn't sure where I was gonna go next, and I wasn't sure. I'm still not sure if it was something with what I went to school for.
So the uncertainty of
Uncertainty. Yes.
the closing of one door and not knowing which doors are open, is that what you mean?
I, to the best of my ability, yes, that's how I could describe it. And at the time, I felt okay and open, and um,
But then what made you feel that it is not okay?
I I still feel like it's okay.
You don't. That's why you're manifesting in the illnesses. In your subconscious level, you're not okay. The faster you acknowledge that, the faster you're going to heal. One part of you is okay with it, but not all parts of you. So let's find out which part of you is not okay with that. Let's allow that honesty to come through if you truly want to heal your body. Would you be interested?
Absolutely.
All right. So, what about it you're not okay with?
I've tried. I've been thinking about this a lot.
What are you not okay with about this decision or the circumstance that you're talking about? The closing of one door.
I'm sorry. May I have another guiding question or something? I'm
No
trying to.
problem. No problem. All right. Let's do one thing. Since you are going through a lot of overwhelming emotions and it is difficult for you to stay focused, let's address the overwhelm that you're experiencing, because that will allow you to experience some clarity and some mental stability. Would you be interested?
Please.
All right. So, right now in your body, where do you feel the maximum discomfort or pain or pressure, whatever?
Currently, it's around my stomach and left rib cage area and my intestines.
So, if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Probably, well, stomach, left rib cage, just around that area.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least, 10 being the maximum, how much discomfort?
8.5 to 9.
Mm-hmm. What kind of sensations are you feeling there?
Um, right now there's pressure and warmth and some kind of burning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I want you to touch that portion wherever you feel that pressure or burning. Can you do that right now?
Yeah.
And connect to that part of the body as if you are speaking to it with your intention. Bring your entire attention to the portion that your hands are touching, as if you're touching the portion of the body that is in pain. Tune in to that portion where the pain is. Tune into the pain. Are you able to do that?
I'm trying to. I'm breathing.
Why are you trying to? Why is it not simple?
Um, I'm I've been doing this too, and I don't.
This is not something you know. So let's go without any judgment or preconceptions. This is something different, what I'm asking you to do. Can you do it?
Yes, I can.
So touch that portion where you're feeling the maximum discomfort
I'm
and bring your entire focus and attention to the place where you're feeling the pain. Tune in, bring in that focus to where it's hurting the most. Feel the pain, feel the sensation, how it feels like. Can you do that?
yes.
Mhm. Now, as if you're talking to that portion which is in pain, the portion of your body, ask that question, which part of my being that is creating this pain needs my love?
I don't know if it was myself thinking of it, but my ch ch child, inner child was the first thing that came to my mind, but
Then let's go with that. Whatever comes to you in your mind, the first thing, just go with the flow without questioning or doubting. So say, I love and accept my inner child.
I love and accept my inner child.
Say that repeatedly in a loop. Keep saying it and notice the pain and the sensations that you're feeling in that part. What happens to that? Just keep saying it
I
and
love
stay focused in that sensation.
I love and accept my inner child.
Keep saying that.
Love and accept my inner child. I 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 love and accept my inner child.
What do you feel now?
I feel like I got more confident at the end of it. Um,
What about the pain and the discomfort?
feel like it's potentially it's hard to say. But I think it's subsided a little bit.
All right, then there is more. There is some other things that is still causing the problem. Now remember, there are many aspects within you, different aspects of your personality, which may not be in agreement with each other. Say one part of you thinks that, okay, closing that door to the business, I'm okay with, whereas there is another part of you that is not okay with doing that. And you may or may not be aware of those subconscious aspects of opinions that you have. So we are going to find all the different opinions, conflicting opinions that you have within yourself, the different parts of you that are in conflict, which are creating this problem. And we are going to heal each one of them so that you experience healing in your body. Is it making sense? So again, tune into that pain that you're feeling in your left rib cage, the pressure, the warmth. Tune in, bring your entire focus and attention to that portion and ask which other part of me is creating this problem.
This feeling came before I did this, but one of the feelings that's come up continuously has been um
What?
thought it was going to be something more, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm still proud of myself for what I did, but I'm
Again, you are, no, no, no. You are deflecting this inner voice that's coming up and trying to speak. You're constantly deflecting by saying, no, I am okay with it. No, I'm okay with that. Yes, one part of you is okay, but allow the other part to speak.
if it the other part of me thinks that I wasted my time
Allow that, yes, allow that voice to speak.
and
And
I wasted years that I could have been doing something else that could have led me to more career growth or something.
yes, 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 acknowledge that part. That part of you also sees the loss that you have experienced, the grief, the shame. What emotions do you experience when you hear this?
I wasted my family's money and time.
Yeah, so is it shame? Is it guilt? Is it fear? Is it anger? Is it hurt? Is it grief? Is it disappointment? What do you experience? What emotion do you experience?
Shame, guilt, and
Allow yourself to cry.
fear that I made the wrong decision. And it's tied financially to that too, which has always been a pain point because I've put a lot of money into this too. But mainly since I've lived with my family in the pursuit of this.
You have made great sacrifices for this,
Yeah,
and it did not give you the payoff that you expected. You feel you have wasted your time, and that opinion is valid. Your shame is valid. Your guilt is valid. Allow yourself to feel the shame and guilt because that will allow you to come to your own wisdom and realization instead of pushing it down, suppressing it.
my hands are
Allow.
vibrating, my hands and arms are vibrating.
Yes, you're right. And that feels horrible.
It's happened before during meditations.
Yes, so you have to allow those voices that you are not proud of to come up and speak its truth. That is part of your spiritual development. You cannot suppress it and say, no, I have made the best decision just so that you don't have to face the guilt and shame for making a bad decision. How will you grow spiritually if you do not acknowledge the mistakes that you're making? Because those mistakes allow you to learn more about yourself, what people or decisions are right for you, what people or decisions are not right for you, and move towards a direction of what is right for you. So don't think of it as a mistake. See it as a learning towards where you wish to go. And this is not something that is in alignment to you. That is why that door was closed. And this is what you're holding on to, that no, I made the right decision. This insistence is creating all the problems in the body. So let's continue the process, shall we?
Yes.
All right. So now that you know which part of you is creating the pain, ask yourself, does this part need my love, the part that feels ashamed and guilt?
Yes, it does.
So say, I love and accept the part that is ashamed.
I love. Can you say it one more time?
I love and accept the part that is ashamed of itself.
I love and accept the part of me that is ashamed that I wasted
Yes. Keep
time
saying it.
and money. I love and accept the part of me that feels guilty for being with my family and spending time here while they basically care for me and pay for my life to help.
Allow yourself to cry. This is deep healing that you're experiencing. Continue saying it.
I love and accept that I'm not sure what part to focus on.
I love and just one part. I love and accept the part of me that feels ashamed for now.
I
Then
love
we'll do the other parts.
I love and accept the part of me that feels ashamed for everything related to living with my family, the financial abilities that that has given me, and
Yeah, you don't have to expand the sentence. We are giving
uh,
love to that part. So just stick to a shorter sentence. The focus is to love that part.
I love and accept the part of me that feels guilt, shame for
Just say
pursuing.
guilt and shame. That's enough. You know which part you're talking
I
about.
love and appreciate the part of myself that is feeling guilt and shame. I love and accept the part of me that is feeling guilt and shame. I love and accept the part of me that is feeling guilt and shame for what happened. I love and accept the part of me that is feeling guilt and shame. I love and accept the part of me that is feeling guilt and shame. Love and accept the part of me that is feeling guilt and shame. I love and accept the part of me that is feeling guilt and shame.
So now notice the sensation in the body under your left rib cage. How does it feel like?
It feels a it feels a little lighter. My body feels lighter. I feel slight, still slightly, but it feels. I mean, I feel better just overall, but that area too.
Mhm. So how much discomfort is there still on a scale of 1 to 10 now?
5 maybe,
All
4.
right. So from 8.5 to 5 is pretty good. Let's do some more so that it becomes 0, shall we?
Yes.
So now again, tune in and focus to that portion of the body where you're feeling that pain and discomfort in your left rib cage. Bring your entire attention to the pain experience and feel into that pain. How does that sensation feel like? And ask yourself which other part of me is creating this pain.
That in the process of this, that I felt like I wasted all my money on stuff for this after wanting to be abundant, and I felt
Mhm.
abundant, but part of me doesn't feel abundant, and like I wasted everything I saved over the years of living with my family.
Allow yourself to let out the grief.
I love and accept the part of me that feels lack and unworthiness. That decision, I love and appreciate the part of me that feels lack and unworthiness from that decision. I love and appreciate the part of me that feels lack and unworthiness from that decision. I love and appreciate the part of me that feels la- lack and unworthiness and even some guilt from that decision. My parents love me. It's okay. And I love and appreciate them. I feel lack, guilt, and insecurity about those decisions.
That is valid. So, which part of me needs my love? Ask yourself.
I don't know exactly how to come out with this, but the part of me that's wanting the best for my future and wanting to be a good role model and
Yeah. So shorten that sentence in one word. What would you call that part?
future self, or I'm not sure.
Okay, let's stick with this future self. So I love and accept my future self.
I love and accept my future self.
Does it resonate with you?
No,
Then describe the part in a different way. The part that wants good for your future, the part that is wanting your love in a shorter way so that you can use it in this sentence.
um, the first thing that comes to mind is either parent or spouse, someone in my it's hard to say, like a future spouse, lover, dad, something along those lines. I don't know.
So the part that loves your parents,
the, the my family and future family, I guess, the part of me
that wants a future family.
that wants the best for my future family.
Okay, so let's put it in this way. I love and accept the part of me that wants the best for my family or future family.
I love and accept the part of me that wants the best for my family and future family. I love and accept the part of me that wants the best for my future family. I love and accept the part of me that wants the best for my future family. I love and accept the part of me that wants the best for my future family. I love and accept the part of me that wants the best for my future family. I love and accept the part of me that wants the best for my future family.
What do you feel right now in the body? The pain.
The discomfort, it's there a tiny, it's there a tiny bit. Um, and it's hard to say because there's a lot of discomfort around the area, but it feels there like it's still there just a little bit. I,
So what about the other discomfort in that area, the pressure, the heat? What are you feeling right now?
the pressure that I was alluding to earlier isn't there. It's just the pressure around the left far side of my rib cage, and it's
So
not as much.
w- on a scale of 1 to 10, how much?
It's th- th- 3.5 to 4. It's less than it was before, but it's hard to put a number on it.
All right. What do you feel overall? The pressure on the head and any other part of the body, any other discomfort? How do you feel?
Um, that's really the only area. The head pressure is hard because sometimes it's only when I'm like moving, and sometimes it's very come and go. But um,
So what is remaining and what is gone? Are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I just was waiting. Something that just came up was that my everything that my parents have helped me with financially to get to this point, and just all the career stuff that I've done. It's hard to say if it's the same thing, but um,
So what do you want to do right now?
I'm trying. I'm trying to formulate a thought. An idea came, and I'm trying to find the best way to conceptualize it. Um, part of part of all this coming up, and what it just came back is feeling like I've always had a very important purpose and a very
Because you do.
I know. And I subscribe meaning to this stuff, which part of me is proud about, but then there's that part that
So let's look at it in different ways. There is a part of you that is not happy with the decision that you have made because it feels you have wasted valuable time, effort, and resources, and you have attached so much meaning to this, and
yeah,
now it has come to nothing. So that is what you're not letting go of, and that is creating all this problem. So in order for the illness to disappear, you need to accept this and let go of the fact that you made a bad decision and allow and accept that, and yes, you have. And the grief, the guilt, the shame that you're going to experience, allow that instead of resisting and running away from it, saying, no, no, I'm very happy with what I did, because it is that resistance to the grief is what is making it stay. So you can ask this channel to help you if you need more sessions, more guided sessions to do this process, because you do need a lot of guided help to understand this practice of self-love and acceptance. It is only acceptance which will set you free, and this problem will magically vanish. The second is forgiving yourself. Now, remember, when you are making any kind of decision, it's a process of learning. When you made this decision to invest your money and time in this, you had a certain expectation and hope and excitement, but things change over time, and it may not be what you think it is. It is your higher self asking you to redirect to something new, something different, because whichever way this experience was meant to serve you has served you. Now don't hold on to that. Move on. You are holding on to that because you're attaching a meaning that you have made a stupid decision. So be kind and loving to yourself and know that this is part of the learning. How will you know who you are and grow and discover your purpose if you don't know who you are not? So the regret and guilt that you feel about yourself, that is who you are not. That is why there is regret and guilt. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been any regret and guilt. So instead of continuously holding on to that, allow it to go by this practice that I showed you. And there are more self-loving practice that you need to do honestly, most importantly in a guided fashion because of your brain fog, because you may not be able to do it given the amount of grief that's coming up. And your inability to stay focused. Take some help from any therapist or this channel or whoever you trust, and let go of that. Your body will heal automatically. And the second thing is about your purpose. Remember, every time there is a challenge, your higher self is asking you to redirect, redirect. Any challenge is a redirection. The way you are thinking it must be done is not the only way. Your higher self knows better. A higher self knows a better way, an easier way, which may not seem to you or obvious to you. But trust your higher self that the way will be presented. Is it all making sense?
Yes.
What do you feel about it?
I I I feel a lot better about addressing those things that I did because I didn't think that they were that big of a deal, but they obviously were.
They
Um,
are a big deal to you. So the faster you accept it, the faster you are going to heal.
yes. Um,
So that brings us to our next suggestion. Would you like to know your purpose?
yes, please.
So could you give us your birth date?
December 19th, 1997.
Give me a moment. Do you like people? Do you like technology or music?
Was that a question? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Like, I really like technology. I like people, but I notice when I'm working directly one on one, it's very hard on my energy and I feel very exhausted. I do like
What
music.
about groups?
Groups are okay. That's a better way to utilize myself, but I don't know why I really like just time in isolate. I feel the best energy wise isolation, not complete isolation, and some personal interaction, if that makes sense.
Then that is what you need right now until you build your energy enough to face the world. You are going through rapid spiritual development. It's been only a year, and there is a lot that is happening to you, a lot of upgrades. And that can feel like a crash and burn where everything in your life might feel be falling apart because your old paradigms are broken down so that you can step into a newer version. For some people, it can take a few months. For some people, it can take a few years. Every person's journey is different. So be patient and loving with yourself and know that this is what you wanted from a higher self perspective. And any challenges that you will face in now or in the coming years are your higher self asking you to let go of your old preconceived notions and to be more loving and accepting and kind to yourself and step into your true power. So, in technology, what we see, what I see you doing is in the long run, what would be most aligned to you is working with technology, some kind of gadget or music or some kind of instrumentation that allows you to bring more joy to groups of people. Now, it can be done through many ways. There is not only one way. What do you feel about that when you hear this?
uh, never something I've considered. I've just way out of what I've everything I've done before. Completely. I've thought about something similar for like healing modalities and listening to frequencies, but I've never like seriously entertained it, I guess.
The biggest sign of knowing what your purpose is that when you are encountering it for the first time, it will create excitement in you. It will create fun, love, inspiration, motivation in you. That is a sign that it is connected to your highest excitement. So you don't have to go with a preconceived notion that it has to be a musical healing instrument or something like that. Don't get stuck on a specific modality. Know that you are more conversant with technology and that you can work with technology to bring light and joy to people. Now, people say who are creating music are also using technology to bring happiness to joy and joy to people. So, we will not define exactly what you can do with your skills and talent. That is for you to find out. That is something that will present itself slowly and gradually if you allow yourself to move in that direction. What do you feel about that?
Of course, I'm at this point, I'm very willing and open to anything because I understand that this thing happening to me is meant for meant for me to look to to question everything I've done up to this.
Exactly.
Um,
Question everything and find newer ways. Your higher self is calling you to your purpose. So don't go with any preconceived notion. Just allow yourself to be excited. What excites you at this point of time? In which ways you feel good to be yourself? What will allow you to be more of yourself?
well, what I've been doing and what I've enjoyed, still enjoyed doing, I've been making YouTube content for people to watch, and like I really really do enjoy that. And I have no problem with that. I mean, that's a technological thing.
What about instruments, using instruments, or learning to use certain technologies or instruments, like physical instruments?
Like a violin or something to that sort. Like
No, that's a musical instrument. We are talking about any other kind of gadget of technology. How do you feel attracted to that idea?
it sounds very interesting. I guess I'm just slightly confused on what it might look like.
Yes, yes,
Like what is
we understand
that,
that.
but it sounds interesting.
Yes, so remember, the channel gets visions about what your purpose is, and I can best describe based on what the vision is showing us to be. So, at this point of time, what we see is with some physical gadgets or instrument, using it to help people. Now, we cannot go further into the details, mainly because your higher self doesn't want us to go into the details. There are certain things your higher self wants you to find out for yourself instead of defining it for you, because then you will be fixated on that and not allow yourself to experience different kinds of things by trial and error and arrive at the best thing that you enjoy doing. Is it making sense?
I understand what you mean by instruments now. I apologize. My question is for that is like, would, because right now, like being entrepreneurial doesn't sound as exciting for me because being entrepreneurial is this. So like from that perspective, like an instrument would be like, uh, either developing it with someone else, like,
Or you can buy one and simply use it.
gotcha.
It doesn't have to be creating one.
Okay, well, okay.
The point is, the instrument is just an instrument to bring you what you wish to do with it, which is to bring joy to others. So, in which ways would you like to bring joys to others? What excites you?
That's where I'm been kind of at a crossroad because I've done fitness and I still like that. Um,
So, let that be a process of finding. We have given you sufficient hints, and let this sit, sit with this, marinate in it, and see what comes up.
um, I'm feeling a lot better about my body physically, and I fully believe that I can heal this.
Yes, you can. It can
I
be completely
I
and totally
I
healed.
I some stuff, some guidance exercises for the rest of the day for me. Um,
You want.
or just yeah, some
So there are few parts to this exercise. What we were showing you is just one aspect. Now, the first thing that you need to practice more often if you want to develop spiritually is self-awareness. Self-awareness as to what are the conflicting thoughts you're feeling about the situation. Whenever there is any kind of emotional pain that you're experiencing, be it anger, fear, disappointment, regret, guilt, shame, unhappiness, what have you, tune into it instead of avoiding it by saying, oh no, I am happy with the decision I made, like the way you were doing today. Do not deny a problem. Notice the resistance. You might notice that not all parts of you agree. That is why you are feeling that way. So every time there is a negative emotion coming up or any pain in the body coming up, it means you're suppressing an emotion of yours unconsciously. So if it's a pain, tune in to that pain and ask which part of me is creating this problem. And you will get the answers the way you did. And then you ask yourself this question: does this part needs my love, or is it some other part that needs my love? And see what comes up and simply love that part. Keep repeating, I love and accept, I love and accept, until you notice either the emotion going away or the pain going away, in whichever case you're using this method. Is it making sense?
yes. So I know we're almost done. So you mentioned asking the area, likely the first thing that comes up, and then what asking what part of you that's the hard, I guess. What are some like a few examples of what that could be? Obviously, it wouldn't look exactly like that, but I just what does what part of me? That's a hard
So
thing.
when we are, so don't try to go into the analysis paralysis. So when you ask this question, which part of me needs my love, you were getting answers, weren't you?
Yes.
So just go with that.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't question, oh, what is this? Is it my mind? Or am I doing it right? Or is this the right thing? Don't go into those details right now. Right now is to heal yourself as quickly as possible. When you are in the state of clarity and understanding, where you have the emotional and mental capacity to understand, then you can explore these things in much more details. Then you will have the emotional capacity to understand. Right now, it will only create more confusion. So since this is working for you the way we showed you, is it possible for you to simply trust that process and go with the flow?
Yes.
Because it does work and you have seen it live.
It helped a lot.
And it will help a lot. It will make the emotion or the physical pain go away completely. This is the best part of loving acceptance. You can use it as an emotional regulation tool. Anytime in the day you're feeling not feeling good, stop and become aware of your feelings. What am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? Instead of denying, oh no, I made this decision and it's the best decision, say, okay, what is the unpleasant aspect of this decision? And simply love and accept it. Keep doing it until the emotion completely vanishes or the pain completely vanishes. If it doesn't completely vanish, then it means there are more aspects of you that needs love, more parts of you that needs love. So when you say I love and accept for a couple of times, you notice if the pain or the emotion is going down. If it is going down, 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 keep saying it until it becomes steady and is not reducing any further, or it has completely vanished. If it is not reducing any further, then ask which other part of me needs my love that is creating this problem. And another part of you will come up. Then love and accept that part. And in this way, keep finding newer parts until the problem is completely gone and you are in a completely neutral emotional state. Full healing is totally possible in this manner. What do you feel?
Very optimistic. I appreciate your time.
Yes. So we will leave for today and we wish you and bless you with healing, a lot of healing energy. Good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much for um hosting that. I don't know exactly how you describe it.
Posting what?
Being a conduit for being a channel for entity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Did it help you?
It did, yes, a lot.
All right.
Um,
Do you have any questions for me?
don't know. Yeah, just thank you for your stuff. I'm sure we'll see again at some point. So thank you very much for your time and blessings to you.
Thank you so much. Would you like to leave your experience on my website? Would you be comfortable?
Absolutely. I can do that.
All right. I'll just share the link. All right. You can do it in your own time. I
Much.
will take my leave now. Bye bye.
Enjoy your day. Bye bye.